Hey guys, how you going? Today I want to try and do some Dutch pouring kind of painting. Dutch pouring is not my skill whatsoever. Like, I'm quite hopeless at it. I can't seem to figure out how to get the paint to actually move in the correct way I want it to. I can't seem to get it to push it the right way. It kind of splatters everywhere. So today I'm going to try and give it another go with some colors that are a little bit different than my normal blues and greens that I tend to prefer. So that being said, starting off with a blue. I might try and make it slightly darker, I'm not entirely sure. Here we have a nice corally colour that I would really like to use from Marty. I haven't tried it, it's already pre-mixed, which is quite nice. Then I would like to use gold from, I think I got it from Spotlight. See how we go. And finally, I want to try and make a greeny blue that's not quite intense as this one, but not as deep as this one. A nice combination. I'll see how I go with that. And then finally, the white paint that we've got is this one in a big jar. I'm going to start mixing my paints. Starting off with the blue. Okay, so this one, I haven't used it before, but I can immediately tell you it's quite liquidy, which is exactly what I would like. I don't know how much I'm gonna have to do to this, honestly. It's quite the texture I want it. I want it to preferably be kind of a watery consistency. For this kind of thing, I've found best that works for me is, like, the one time that I've succeeded is to not use Floetrol, to just use water. Shout out to Rinsky Duna for being a legend and teaching me that online. I've tried to do it with Floetrol before and it hasn't really worked. Got like none left. So out here, we're very classy and we do our painting on the floor. I'm currently living in an apartment and so my setup is a cardboard box on the floor, which you'll see later, with a bit of tin foil. I try to reuse as much as I can here. If I keep it in the box, I just use the tin foil and that keeps it sealed in. The paint just kind of creates a sealant altogether. It works quite well. It's going well. I've already got paint on my jeans. Every time I've tried to do this kind of painting, first of all, it goes everywhere. Trying to push it in the right direction is always a bit of a problem. I find it ends up just mixing the paint rather than pushing it. I have had it succeed one time and that was the best thing. We're going to be using canvas that already has a previous attempt in which it hasn't worked at all. Ugh, the strength. I'm going to do the white in a plastic cup. I know that that's bad. I do try to reuse all my stuff if I can. Like, I try to rinse out the cups. We're using fresh cups because all the other ones have had way too many uses. I normally use paper cups, but at the moment I would have to use 5 paper cups to try and get the amount of paint that I want to cover the entire canvas. So using one big plastic cup is making sense right now, but I will be trying to reuse it as long as possible. And recycling. I don't know, what do you think, Flynn? You can't see it right now, but my cat Flynn is currently sitting and judging me quite hard. The goal is, I guess, when I'm thinning out paints, is I want it to be super watery so that it can really move everywhere with the hairdryer. This is my second time trying to use this paint that I got from Riot Art. So far, I can recommend. It's pretty good. I was previously, for white paint, I was using one from Spotlight. It was about like $20 per tub of 2 litres, which was quite nice. That's nice. The issue was that every time I'd use it, it would, no matter how much I'd mix it, it'd end up still being lumpy. Even, I don't know why I would do that. I don't know if you can see, this paint is quite thick, quite chunky. I'm gonna try and thin it down so it's quite watery. So we have here my teapot that my friend Dania got me that I use for this and this only. Love you, Dania. Slowly starting to add water. I find that when I mix it, if I add too much, it's a bit too difficult to try and thin down. Like, it just kind of balls up and it's already kind of doing that. I probably shouldn't have added that much. I learned from a video once that you're meant to add a few drops at a time, and I'm just gonna go ahead and recommend that, although it does take forever and I'm impatient. So at the moment, the consistency is that it is lumpy. Let's go for thinner. So I realize I keep sitting down like a hunchback and I can't help it. It's climber's back. If you climb it, you get it. fun fact, last time I tried to do a Dutch pour, which is the same canvas that we're using, I ended up trying to blow the paint back towards me, and the entire thing bent down and splashed up all over my face, chest and legs. I was covered in paint, and then I went and had a shower trying to get it off, and stained there for like a week. Alright, so the consistency is it's finally starting to drip, but it's definitely not liquidy enough. Alright, I'd say that the white is the consistency that I want it. It's super runny. Ready? How's it going now? What? The blue is quite thick, so I'm gonna try and add water slowly to that one. Oh, this is strange blue paint. I don't know if all blue paint's meant to do this, but it's like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like flaking off. It kind of reminds me of like paint that you use in primary school and like art class. I'd say it's pretty ready. This one is already so liquidy. Just gonna add a tiny bit of water to that one. Okay. And the gold. Gold is also quite liquidy, but I'm just gonna add a little bit. This gold I got from Spotlight. It's really pretty, but the best part is it's really cheap. I'd say that looks like it's ready. Bluey one. I think I'm pretty happy with the color I created. I think it'll complement the corally color quite well. Now in this, I only really want to add just a little bit of this bluey color, this bluey greeny color, just because I find that in every painting I do, it tends to overpower all the others and spread everywhere. Just like the like ultraviolet purple color I have, it just goes everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to pour on my white now. I'm getting this feeling I will need to mix more. I'm just going to tilt it a little bit, try and move the paint around and avoid getting it everywhere. Might need a little bit more paint. Alright, so now I'm gonna add some of the colors over the top. I think I want it to go in kind of like a diagonal along the canvas and then have it sprawl out this way. I'll see what happens. I don't want it to look too muddy is my issue. Okay, I'm gonna add it just along here. Ooh, okay. That's gonna be our fun little bit. Maybe I make it into 2 streaks. I still have paint left over. There we go. Looks like it was on purpose now. The aqua green. The gold. And finally, the coral, which I'd say is quite pretty. Alright, cool, so time to add the white around. So I'm just gonna add the white around the border so I can blow it over and then blow it back out. See how that goes. I haven't done one like this before, which is fun. So, trying to add heaps and then a fair bit over here. Get ready, y'all, it's about to be noisy. Now I'm gonna blow it back out. Okay, so immediately what I'm noticing is it's doing that fun little splash thing and it's going everywhere. So I'm gonna try and change the angle a little bit. To get it to do what I want it to do. Alright, I'll try the other way. Okay, note to self, slowing it down is helping. Alright, so from what I can see, I'm really happy with, first of all, loving the color choices. Second, you can tell from the two different sides that I think with this side I went too quick. I went dragging the hairdryer across, but I think with the other side I slowed it down a bit. I wish that this side looked like the other side as well, but you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm not really loving how it looks up here, so I think I'm just gonna try and use my mouth and blow it out that way. And same with the end. We'll see what happens. Oh, hello. Sorry. I also am gonna try and blow out some of the bits that I'm not super happy with how it looks and see if I can get it to look a little bit different. Like this bit right here, I'm not super happy with how that looks. It kind of, I'm gonna bring you in nice and close. It's really cool. It kind of brought out that greeny blue and it blended really nicely. Oh, I'm so happy. That's so cool. Now, overlooking it, I'm still not super happy with this bit. It kind of looks, it looks muddy to me. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do to fix that. I think I wanna, now, as Jenna Marbles would say, I'm suffering a little bit from the too much Jean here, but I don't know when to stop. So I really wanna do something here. I feel like she looks a little naked, so I might just try and blow out this paint a little bit to out there. Watch this go horribly wrong. I'm gonna try and stop because otherwise I'm gonna make it all muddy. But alright, overall looking at it, I'd say I'm quite happy with this side. I think it looks quite nice. It's not really picking up on camera, but those colors are quite nice together. This area is quite muddy. I really would love it if it would, some more of that coral color would come out here, but it hasn't, and I don't have enough to blow it out that way. Do I too much, Jean? Do I try and use some of the corally color in that spot? That's the question. I'm gonna see what I can do. Okay. Maybe the other colors too. Okay, and I'll see if I can add the white. I'm gonna try and replicate the hairdryer a bit. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'm not mad. It definitely kind of changed the vibe of it, but I feel like it brought a bit more colour over to this side than what we previously had. Shout out to the paint on my hands. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end it there. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. I definitely still think I have to practice Dutch pouring a little bit. It's definitely not my skill, but I'm gonna keep trying. I hope you enjoyed watching me. Let me know if there's any other kind of paintings that you want me to try and do. I'm definitely still learning. I'm not a professional artist. I'm just doing painting for shits and gigs, you know, I'm just here for a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did like laughing at me, maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't, of what not to do maybe, or you learned how to mix paints, I don't know, or you just liked watching me mess around and fail at Dutch pouring. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Till next time. I don't know, Flynn, what do you think? Are you happy with that?